Why? Welcome to Wanderlustdnd. I'm Haytrix, genius mechanic, part-time menace, and a full-time ride or die, baby. This isn't your average fantasy tale. Anathir's broken, death's gone all wonky, and somehow it's now our job to fix it. Anyway, we're a bunch of misfits with more heart than sense, held together by duct tape, friendship, and a few unstable inventions. So, if you're into epic messes, found family, and the kind of chaos that might save the world, you're in the right place. New episodes every other Wednesday on Spotify. And yeah, check out our Instagram for lore drops, sketchy blueprints, and the soft stuff I pretend I don't care about.
Hello and welcome back to the Wanderlust D&D podcast and episode 84 of the Labyrinth of Thieves campaign. We are your hosts and storytellers. I said pumped up from last game's combat. That's okay. I don't know what I obviously wrote this like 2 weeks ago. We're ready to dive into tonight and talk about what happened. So, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, boys, but I don't think there's been a quiet episode in a while. You know, where just you had some downtime.
What's a quiet episode?
Yeah, you know,
I don't understand.
What is quiet?
What is this term? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
that like, you know, when you get to sit down after something horrible has happened and just before something horrible is about to happen?
Yeah. I think
Like
that's
that moment that like fleeting moment in between, is that what you're talking about?
I think
Wait,
so.
was that not like almost the entirety of like that episode, and then at the end it went bang?
Yeah,
like
that
2
was
episodes ago.
that was nice, except for the bang, of course. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we almost made it an entire like restful journey, and then you know, as you said, brief respite, and then more tragedy.
Sure, wasn't there even plans being thrown about to have a few days rest somewhere until we realized that we were on a critical time frame once again, like so.
Yes, because our parents are in dire trouble.
Ah, yes, the old familial responsibilities.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really draws you into having to face danger.
Well, you know, it makes it seem
in a
worth it
timely
to
manner.
actually face the danger. Yeah.
Like the rest of my characters from now on will just spawn. They just appear in the world
They
fully
just
formed.
don't have anything else.
That's what I tried to do.
No. If
I
you
literally came from another fucking realm after having spent who knows how long in that realm not knowing anyone.
If you give me nothing,
So he's
I will put hot things in front of you so that you get attached. Oh, well, thank you. Yes.
I tried to play like an aromantic character, and she put a robot in front of me.
Yeah, she did.
I'm a sentient robot. There you go. Yeah, you gotta believe
Damn
it.
it, I love him.
Oh my god. Yeah. Bring it on. Bring it on for the next campaign. Give me the hardest challenge you can think of.
I will play a stone.
You're just playing a rock.
Yeah.
I think Chris is frozen.
He is.
He's frozen in
But
thought.
he did it for the rock.
He's thinking of some way to foil you, to thwart you.
He's deep in thought. Well, here, I'll get the rest of it out of here then. So yes, finally things slowed down last game. Despite the devastating news regarding the scrapyard and Haytrix's family, you all hunkered down to rest and regroup before joining up with the Sun Whisper. Gizmo buried himself in his work, crafting a new, terrifying weapon. Al manifested his tower into a spa resort, treating both refugees and crew members to an evening of soaking food and drink. And Caché slept for 8 hours. Straight, I believe. All three of you shared some words of encouragement to one another and your companions, Razlair and Al, discussing their shared enjoyment and thrill of the material plane, and Caché comforting Lyraxis through a state of shock. But this is wartime, and peace is short-lived. With the sirens whirling, the crew and guests aboard the Sauvageance braced for an encounter with the AIV tracker ships. Alongside Tarlin, the three of you made quick work of the skiffs, even stopping the elite ship before it tried to flee. Caché lit it up with a nightmare inscribed on her bullet, which is still very badass. So, there you are. The three of you make the three make their way back to the ship. Al, you were already in the ship, but Caché, Gizmo, and Tarlin all board the ship once more. The doors close. The guests are safe. The crew is kind of, moving around, getting the ship back in order. I'd say with all of your crazies, passive insights, except you, Gizmo. Sorry. But Caché and Al, you see Tarlin just beaming, seeming to kind of just be a little bit like alive from just, fighting something and letting blowing off some of that steam. He kind of claps you on the back, Caché. Nice shooting, as always.
Really didn't expect you to start punching ships like you did, but well done.
Well, he cracks his fingers, and it's the metal arm just all the way up. They keep me young.
Not to be a party pooper, but
something to tell you. Yes,
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering if anyone had any idea who that was that we were fighting.
AIV, I assume.
Well, yeah. It's the AIV. Tracker ships, their new form of keeping tabs on ships in the sky.
That was the military.
We were warned about them, but I believe the risk was we would try going faster and bear the risk of them catching us like they did.
Right. So, does that mean, just to be perfectly clear, does that mean that we need to be worried that, the Avasha military now know exactly where we are?
Well, we murdered them.
Did they report back? Did they radio in or anything?
Well, one ship got away.
And
No,
that
didn't.
I thought.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the scary monster. Yes. There was actually a lot of screaming. I think I tried to mentally block that out, but it's back.
You're not used to it by now?
But still, is there no chance that they would have radioed a position or anything?
It's very likely that they radioed to get some backup.
But if my understanding is correct, part of the advantage of them is that they're out patrolling, looking for vessels. They were nearby and we were in their range. They might have a location, but who knows where the nearest tracking ships or military outpost would be in relation to our position.
Exactly.
Plus, it looks like to me that they're designed to deal with merchant ships. Nothing this
gunfight.
Scale.
Nah. The
Okay,
AIV
fair
have
enough.
no idea that we have these kind of gunships. We don't have too many of them, but we're building more.
I do like the sound of that.
I don't know how birds got into this place. Hang on.
Yeah, in the sky.
We just fly into a flock of birds.
we have some birds on board.
Well, those are salt marsh crakes. They actually fly higher than most normal birds.
Oh,
really?
there's one stuck on the windshield.
Oh yeah. Okay, there you go. All right. You watch as Drell, one of the revenants, come forward, and Tarla kind of turns to her status, and Drell says, "All targets have been eliminated. Well done, General." Looks back to all of you. Not too bad for consultants. Do you think you're gonna get rid of that term soon?
For now, I think it suits us. Means we don't have to, we don't have those, titles following us around. Isn't that right, General?
That keeps things nebulous. Then,
Besides, I think it's to your advantage to have essentially a secondary squadron of individuals who are not exactly beholden to whatever strict code of conduct exists within the Avashilarium. The fact that we are consulting means we're free to do what needs to be done where others might not see it.
Great consulting, Gizmo. Absolutely fantastic.
I've been around you a while. I'm starting to learn about warfare. I'm not sure if that makes me a worse or better person.
A more useful one.
Makes you
That's
more
true.
enjoyable.
Depends what you do with it.
I need to assess that.
By the way, I like the new installation. Gizmo.
Well, you can say I was particularly motivated last night. I let maybe some of my less charitable ideas come to the fore.
Have you described what you look like, actually? Sorry.
Yeah, like very briefly. Essentially, like I'm kind of imagining the armor that I have as being kind of like just my standard, and when I'm putting on the modes, it kind of shifts as I activate it, sort of thing.
Mm.
So when I activated the Dreadnought version, it was like it became a much more like shielded, like heavy Dreadnought sort of thing. I grew to be a large size, and one of my arms just like essentially was had a reinforced chain and like ball and spikes at the end of it that I was just like whipping around. And also like the helmet kind of had that reinforced like Spartan helmet look.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah. So very just like very heavy unit.
Yeah.
Sort of like, but once it's like deactivated, like I kind of imagine it's sort of like the plates moving back into place, and it's I look like my sort of normal version that you're used to.
Nice. Wall on
My
lane.
default.
I am default stage. Tarlin kind of looks at you, Gizmo. I sure am looking forward to introducing you to Brim when we get to Horizon. She's our magic tech weaponsmith. I think you two could have a lot to talk about.
Possibly. Honestly, Magitech I'm less familiar with, so it'll be a good opportunity to learn more. I don't think what I do is technically Magitech. It's a bit different. Different coding languages in a way.
Yeah, but maybe you two can learn something from each other, you know? She's
Oh,
the
of
one
course.
who made these.
Maybe.
He points to the guns.
Oh,
Hmm.
wow. That's impressive. I know they say size isn't everything, but
It's pretty nice when
that's
they have
stellar.
I want 4.
Mm,
I'll see what I can negotiate if we get on good friendly terms.
Caché, that actually brings me to another point. If you want 4 guns, you're gonna need some more crew.
That is true.
Hmm.
Why, you got some more crew lying around?
You can't have all of them, but if there's 1 or 2 that have struck your fancy, let me know, and I'll talk to them. But they get a choice if they want to join you or not.
As a consultant, I suppose that's the only way. I'm not ordering anyone.
Well, you can't have my commander, by the way. She's off limits.
Caché visibly goes, fuck.
She has her own
What
ship
about it?
anyway.
What about Enya?
Wait, what?
Like that.
Let's face it. Who do you trust more than us to keep an eye on her? And she's proven herself to be useful.
Suppose if I could babysit you, Tarlin, I could babysit her.
You never had to
Yeah, she's a-
babysit me. I could take care of myself, thank you very much.
Oh dear
ca-
lord.
Can I point you to our first 15 battles?
I was young and inexperienced. You know, we're not having this conversation right now. I'll think about it with Enya, but at the moment I feel like I should keep her nearby. Not that I don't trust you guys, I don't.
I understand your logic, but do think it over. I think as long as the decision is made with strategy in mind, I can come to terms with it.
You will keep her away from Eliona.
Which is the main consideration.
I'll consider it. Have a chat with a few of the other crew members if there's anybody else, but we should be meeting up with the Sun Whisper soon, so I'll let you all get yourselves together.
Give it another 8 hours of sleep, to be honest.
Yeah, we're not too far out now, are we?
You talking to him? He was already walking away.
Well, to Caché, to whoever's the group, just kind of out loud.
Yesterday. But when we told rather the last session how far we were.
I would say.
I think we're a few hours.
You know, I
Couple
wouldn't even
hours,
say that. I'd say you have less than an hour. Yeah.
Less than an hour. Oh yeah, I thought it was a short bit of time. Well, I guess maybe just we should huddle up for a minute, prepare ourselves, and discuss the next moves.
That sounds good.
Number one, should Venom come with us, or should he stay with?
You mean come with us to go and find Caché's mum?
Indeed.
Oh, she would love him.
Oh well, like he's fantastic. That's not what it really. More, I'm sort of saying that he's very useful. He's
Yes, could he be?
I should really refer.
Could they be of more use to perhaps Tarlin and the rest of the ship while we're gone?
Possibly, but
yeah,
I do want to make sure that like we are giving our own mission as much of a chance to succeed as possible. Especially because we're going to have to get through your mum's various booby traps that she set up.
Well, we can ask Bane as well.
She dodge this. Yep.
Is your mother going to be sitting somewhere upstairs with a sniper rifle, just firing at us as we try and make it along?
Hot shots.
You mean stay in one position? No.
Well, I suppose
I haven't been in one place for more than a minute in 40 years.
literally sleeps in transit.
Everybody knows to just not go near the sleepwalking drow in the middle of the night. Yeah.
I love how Chris, you have my mother is like 80.
I told you from the start, in my mind, she's this like, she's so shrunken with age, she's the size of a gnome. But her hair is like, it's all bundled up into a massive like Marge Simpson sort of escort, and she is just there laying Home Alone traps, and just, she has 43 cats.
Oh.
Very good.
And beneath all this facade, she is a Black Widow. She will kick everyone's ass. Like, why are you serving up tea?
Tea of death. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll say.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna. I'm happy to take Venom.
Well, I mean, obviously leave it up to him, but more just should we ask? Was really, I suppose, the point. But yeah, I would concur on that.
And so then when we get to your mother's, we're taking her with us back to the ship?
well
the plan.
convince her of that. Yeah.
Is that
I'd
likely to
rather
be
her.
easy?
That depends. How long is a piece of string?
To remind me, does she still have loyalty to the military, or?
As in, that I could not tell you.
I suppose you
I
wouldn't
know
have
she has
spoken-
loyalty. I know she has loyalty to me, but she's the type of woman that could be playing triple agent, not to mind double agent.
So you think she might be working for the general the whole time, and is going to sell you out?
Or she's working for General the whole time and then is going to use that information to help me.
Okay.
Who knows?
Either way,
Is there a scenario where she isn't working for the general?
Yes.
That's good. Okay, I just like to
how
hear
many scenarios
there's more
are there?
occasional. Yes.
47.
Again, how long is a piece of string?
Okay.
Oh
Right.
dear.
So really, you have no idea.
The last time I talked to my mother, I was in the military.
Okay.
But your best guess. I mean, she is your mother after all. How would she react to? Does she know about what happened to you? Does she know about
No.
your?
Interesting.
And would she be the kind of person that, were you to reveal yourself as you are, that she would recognize you now, or would be instinctually wary?
That is one of those questions that, well, I feel like I know the answer. It's something I've always feared.
Which is why you haven't gone back before now.
Yes.
Alright. I do understand that.
Nothing to do about necessarily how she will react, but my fear of the unknown.
Oh well. There's not much more terrifying than that.
You know, just telling the woman who raised you, birthed you, that you're now a shadow monster is not an easy conversation.
It's your heart that counts.
I mean, you're still you, despite what you look like.
Mind you, I also don't know your mother. She could just turn around and shoot you there and then. But
Thanks, Al.
look,
Um,
I'm just
but-
trying to be honest. I think
Gizmo,
it's
you
your
are-
heart that counts.
You are right. Something that I've been coming to terms to in the last few weeks is that it is still me. It is me. It's who I am now. You'll have to suck it up.
I mean, I can at least empathize with regards to change. I mean, don't forget, like, briefly open with Chestplate and you just see again, like, the essentially crystalline version of what was Gizmo before. And close the panel again. I've gone through, I suppose, a metamorphosis of my own. And despite it all, despite the complete change, it's not like any of you treated me any different.
That is true. How do you think your father would react?
Well, given that I didn't really know anything about him, I didn't really even know anything about his existence until a few weeks ago. It's hard for me to wager, I guess. He's practically a stranger to me. Like, I do want to be clear about one thing. I believe that rescuing my father is a good idea because it's practically so. And I believe that rescuing your mother is important because she had the opportunity to be your mother. And there's a difference, and I'm still figuring that out a little bit, but I see it a bit better. And so it was kind of obvious.
I do think you're selling one thing short. And perhaps it's good to know the entire story. So maybe it's not just because it's practical that you should find your father.
And I confess that I do have selfish reasons. I would like to have the opportunity to get to know him. But what I just mean is more sort of that right now, he is still a stranger to me. And while I have a debt of blood in some regard, it's not much more than that. Not yet. Maybe
Not yet,
not ever.
is what I was thinking. I think
But-
it's worth it just for the opportunity to get to know the man.
Of course. I hope I have that opportunity, but for what we're facing right now, it's more important than ever to have a clear vision of what it is we want to do and what we want to achieve. What is achievable.
With you guys beside me, anything.
Oh, stop.
Well, I hope so, because anything might just be the bar we're reaching for.
I unfortunately think it is.
Well, I wouldn't want to face it with anyone else. Except for maybe Artrin and Haytrix. I do wish they were here, but look,
Yes.
they've got their own things going on, I understand.
Well, we have the Avashilarium. I turn around and try and grab one of the crew members' attention to give a. Yeah. Nope.
You do? What
Anyone-
do
anyone-
you do?
I'm just trying to make eye contact with someone
Uh,
to see if anyone
sure.
is paying attention to us or what they said.
Easily done. There is a there's a dwarfish woman. I'm assuming you guys are still down in the kind of hole area, and there's a dwarfish woman, kind of rich umber skin. She's kind of working on the Ethereum core of the ship, and she kind of makes eye contact with you, Al, as you're trying to get her attention.
With a crew as strong as this, anything's possible.
Well, I look over towards the dwarven woman and go, "Aye, here."
She kind of
Can I see any?
for a moment, the cogs are working in her brain as she's looking at, and then she just says, "Who are you?"
Yep, fair enough. Look,
We deserve
Your
that.
boss's boss.
anyway,
This is impossible.
glad to have you on board. You.
You you realize now that this is actually
Can
the
I-
first time you've seen her.
Yep.
She's been working in the core for the whole time. She's never even seen you guys. But she
You
kind
know,
of gives
I have
you
a lot
smile.
of faith in all of these people that I have no idea who they are.
She puts her goggles back on, and there's like 3 or 4 different magnifying glasses. She continues to work. Yeah. You
Those
do
are
hear a
cool.
here from Drell, the red-skinned woman who kind of gives you
Yeah.
a nod.
Aye. See? Spirits are lifting already.
I
And
may have spoken.
in the future,
Go ahead.
try this salute, and I do the typical kind of military salute of Asha. Try that. It might actually.
I do it, but I do the wrong side.
I do it, but
Close
I end up
enough.
cracking 2 ribs.
Oh.
Oh, that's going to Bruce.
Oh, that's funny.
Drell actually kind of says, I might have spoken too soon. I understand you guys are wanting morale up, but Your ship is on the horizon.
I look towards the horizon.
Yeah. See the sun whisper. Red sails
Oh yeah,
in the distance.
I forgot. I'm forgotten about this.
How far out?
Not far. I'd say 5-10 minutes.
All right, let's do this.
I'll make sure the spa's ready.
They'll need it.
Okay.
Let's try and just bring them straight into the spa. Let's just get them in comfortable and
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
The-
private spot away from everyone.
The ship, the one you're on, Sauvageons, kind of pulls up next to the Sun Whisper, alongside it, and it takes a little bit of an uncomfortably long moment for then the cargo doors to open within your ship. You see Artrin standing there on the other side, kind of gives you a wave. He's looking a bit banged up. He kind of motions for you to come over. Your ship has taken some damage. It's pretty banged up. The cabling and wires that hold the main balloon in place are frayed slightly, giving the ship this kind of lopsided appearance. There's large scorch marks across the sides, bending inward towards the hull. The damage is fixable, definitely, but it will need a time, place to dock and supplies. But, it's still flying.
Actually, okay.
Yeah. He looks in almost like he's not really here. It's that same look in his eyes when you first brought him back from the dream realm.
Al has the spa open down below. It's a private area just for us. I'll lead you down there. We can have a bit of space.
Room that's completely dark.
I'd like that.
Come on.
He goes to follow you, Gizmo, and then stops. I can't leave them. But I don't know if she'll leave the ship. Maybe if you talk to her.
Of course. Where is she?
In the helm.
Caché, do you want to go alone or do you want us to come with you?
What do you think, Artrin?
I think she's holding it all together for us. I don't know.
We'll all go.
Yeah.
Go towards the helm.
The inside of your ship tells a little bit of a different story. There is quite a bit of blood on the ground, but it's not starboards, it's not Haytrix's, and it's not ports. It's very much Artrin's. You can actually see almost like marks where he was thrown back into the ship along the floor. And there's that kind of moment as Artrin's leading you towards the helm of the ship that you realize this is also the place he died multiple times. The ship carries a lot of pain and blood of your friend. heading up to the helm. It's quiet. Haytrix at the moment is busy flying the ship. She does not turn to see you. She is almost in just on autopilot. She is just working. She's keeping the ship where it is. Port is sitting on the ground behind her, staring at his hands, and Humphrey is right next to Port. Looks up immediately at you, Al, as you enter the helm.
I'll go over and, just go and reach out for Humphrey, I suppose, and...
Do so.
I
Yeah. Go ahead.
I grab Haytrix by the shoulders, turn her around, and just hug her. I say not a word. Hold it there until she either engages or says something.
She goes to pull away, but then stops and leans into your hug. There's a releasing breath from her. Air Chronolite, I got us here. Just as you said.
Did everything and more. So was I, and I'm here for you. Whatever you need.
You can see now at this point, Artrin, Port, their wounds have been sloppily dressed, but, quickly dressed, as in, in that kind of state of panic. But Haytrix has not had any of her wounds looked at. She has a very large alchemical burn, it seems, on her shoulder, down the back of her neck. Now, as a lava genasi, fire does not hurt her, but this is obviously something else, some other corrosive material. 3 of her fingers in her prosthetic arm are broken, dislocated. And all 3 of them look as if they are in levels of exhaustion. They've not slept.
I instantly hit her with a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Go ahead and roll hit points there. I'll add those to her sheet.
Is Haytrix still kind of looking a little shell shocked, or is she kind of a bit more with this?
Less shell-shocked and more hyper-functioning beyond means of what she should be doing right now. As if the pain does not affect her, as if she is not burned, as if she doesn't have broken ribs. Who knows? Like, she's just pushing forward.
Yeah.
37 hit points to...
Very good. Okay, 32. Al.
And 45 to Port as well.
Wow.
Nice.
You.
3rd levels.
3rd levels. As for Port, since you're healing Port as well, Port does not look up at you. Eyes are slightly swollen, shoulders are hunched forward. He just seems a million miles away. He has a bullet wound in his right shoulder, a graze along the side of his temple, but you're able to, kind of heal some of that. And as you do, he grabs your hand and kind of just squeezes it, but still just says nothing. There are no words spoken there now.
I look him dead in the eyes, but kind of a knowing look of I understand loss. I won't pry, I won't. I'll just look after you, kind of look.
Out of the three of them, Artrin is the worst, banged up. He has 3 bullet wounds, and at 2, I think he's about, he's a little bit more exhausted than the others. But out of the 3 of them,
30 healing points to him.
Okay. Bullets out of his voidling form. You also notice Caché at that point, as you're kind of helping the bullets out, you're treating him, you're getting him back up. You notice that he is wearing Starboard's armor. And this wasn't the armor that Starboard is usually wearing, but it is something that you saw while in the scrapyard. His captain's uniform.
It's good on you.
All right. He gave it to me just before. Just kind of.
He believes in you.
Yeah, I just wish I believed.
Protected them. You should. You protected him. Exactly what he wanted you to do.
This isn't about me, but thank you. Let's help them. And Humphrey as well, and he'll kind of look down at Humphrey. Humphrey isn't as bad, but he's definitely scuffed. Al.
I'm going to be casting Mending on him.
Okay, his little heelys are broken.
I'll get you a new pair. Fix you up.
And yeah, the extender module that he uses for stairs is also slightly like wobbly, so he can't quite use it. Yeah, so he just needs some repairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll fix him up, and if I could just put my arm around Port. Not say anything, just yeah. I suppose I can't imagine how it must feel to actually seriously lose someone you love like that. So
Like with the others, he acknowledges that you're there, but there's nothing to be said.
no. Exactly.
Haytrix will kind of leave the ship in a position where it can be steady, and we'll look up at all of you. We need to debrief. We need to talk about what happened.
Should you rest first?
No. No. Not everything that he said made sense to me, but maybe it'll make sense to you.
What did that bastard say?
Maybe we should go into our more secluded area first.
Okay. So kind of leave you to lead. Are you going back into the Solvengiance?
I
Let's
mean,
go
where
back.
did... Yeah. Oh?
Ow, you're gone.
I'm here.
was-
Sorry,
I was
Oh, you're
visited.
there.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm trying to turn my. Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm trying to turn my background off. Sorry. Goodness. Yeah, I mean, we can. Everything is set up. It's comfortable. I've already kicked everyone out. We could just go back and, debrief.
I'm gonna ask Venom to stand as bouncer outside the door.
Easily done. As you kind of make
Good idea.
all of you make your way back through the Solvengiance, you actually notice that the Revenants, a lot of Tarlin's team, has removed a lot of the people from the pathway you're going to take just to give you privacy. But also, Tarlin will kind of look at you, Caché, as you pass and kind of grab your shoulder. I'll look after the ship, if that's all right with you.
Thank you. It's exactly what she needs right now.
As soon as Tarlin sees Haytrix, he'll go to move towards her, to embrace her, to pull her close, but there's a pause from him because of everything that has happened between them, but Haytrix does not wait. She just immediately hugs him. And it wasn't that she was pausing to not hug you, Caché, but you can see between the two of them now this bond of you were always their captain. They were in the trenches together. Not that you weren't, but when you're in that state, your mind goes back to what was comfortable. It's really the only way you can be in that kind of moment. And there's a moment where she does break at that point, and Tarlin breaks as well. Before she pulls away. And he brings his men onto the ship, looking after both as you can all make your way into the spot. That sounds terrible after everything we we're just describing, but the tower.
The tower that is a...
Quiet place.
The quiet,
Secluded.
chill location.
Also, can I just I didn't run up that moment, but can we just appreciate the silhouetting that is going on in Seb's camera right now?
Yeah, that's
it
pretty
is. That is
impressive.
so cinematographic. What is that word?
Cinematography. Look at that. I know. Look at that.
Cinematographic. What is that a word?
It is now.
Cinematographic, yeah, I think so.
Cinematographic.
Onomatopoeia? Onomatopoeia?
It's very film noir right now. Very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to appreciate that briefly.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on.
Sadness.
Sadness. Back to
Yes,
sadness.
Back to sadness. Actually, here, no. I'll help you out as you all kind of make your way into the tower. Once more, kind of finding, a place to debrief. I'd say everyone give me a insight check.
Oh, that's gonna go well for me.
Gizmo, you can do either Gizmo or Al. You can do investigation if you wish.
A
How's your
dirty 30.
Oh, well. I don't think we need to worry about it too much.
14.
14?
Oh.
Go on there. See.
Insight, yeah.
19.
19?
Yeah.
Well, look at you guys. All right. Okay.
Right.
The two insiders. There's a slight shift in Haytrix now. She's been removed from where she was kind of just fighting for her life at that point. And she's here. And there's this well of rage. Not outwardly so, not this, I'm about to break the table, but her shoulders are tighter. The muscles in her jaw are clenched. He never threatened us. He just offered to protect my family from the three of you. He said you were dangerous fugitives. And he asked me if I knew who I truly let into my home with my dads. And I realized I've only known you all for a few days. And he said that perhaps it was time someone was finally honest with me. And she takes out 4, 5, 6 dossiers and puts them out on the table in front of you all.
Any titles on them?
Just your names.
What are these?
I think he would want me to think they're the truth. And I want to give you all a chance to explain.
I'm gonna grab mine up and look at it.
Yeah, same. Take mine and start looking through it.
Okay. I'm gonna throw these up into the general chat.
Okay.
Unless you'd like me to read them out loud to you, which I can. I was hoping you'd all read yours out loud. Who shall we
We
start?
can all read them ourselves.
Gizmo said
By the way.
first. Then Al.
Oh,
Caché.
Manerian Central Intelligence. Forename. That's strange. It looks like there's something scratched out, but I've only ever had Gizmo as a name. Place of birth, non-applicable. Heritage, non-citizen, manufacturing entity. Well, that's just slightly offensive. Non-affiliations, vendor, Yale, fake connection, missionary leadership, Matthias. Well, they got some of it right. Current status, catalyst. What does even mean? Location, starboard, scrapyard, airborne. Origin tracing confirms fabrication under the stewardship of Master Matthias, formerly a city-certified artificer. Current status, exiled. Matthias fled Manera after multiple accusations of illicit experimentation on minors, including unauthorized neurological grafting and cognitive reassembly procedures prohibited under the Artrin Welfare Act. UID 0010030109 displays structural and arcane signatures inconsistent with any known documented inventions. Hybridized clockwork architecture, non-standard soul-binding matrix, and irregular maintenance seams. These characteristics appear in several recovered prototypes tied to active work during the War of the Three Nations, but not associated with Matthias' work. Records imply the construct's existence may have been concealed to avoid seizure during the conflict. Designation remains unconfirmed. Purpose remains unclear. Intent appears engineered.
You're a catalyst then.
But I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
It's not true. I wasn't around for the conflict, and I built the original suit.
I mean, I believe you, considering we saw the memories of Venom. And we saw the early testing procedures, which you weren't really part of. You had no idea.
I had no idea that Matthias was capable of any of these things. And from what I know of him, it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like the man that would have rescued me. I mean, anything that's written down here seems to be accusations, certainly mentions of proof, but no actual connections to him.
They're just trying to sully someone's name who you happen to be tied to.
I mean,
and basically dragging you through the mud in the same breath.
well, one point in the statement I can point out as being absolutely false due to my own invention of the suit, and the rest then I would assume would contain similar fallacies.
Mm-hmm. Shall I go through mine?
Indeed.
Okay. Full-name Alnilam, surname Iter, that's correct. Alias, the hedonist chronologist. I like that. Place of birth, Astral C, yes. Heritage, non-citizen Astral Elf, yes, that's correct. Rank, unregistered arcanist. That's what I registered with, what was that people, what were those people, the oh my goodness, that guild of arcanists and tinkerers and such. Anyway, never mind. Background, Imperial Clockwork Inventor, not quite. Dangerous Chronologist, possibly, depending who you are to me. Current status, liability, again, depending on who you are to me. Known affiliations, the Gembrite Gang, well, more Razlair, but the Gembrites, I suppose, by extension, even though there's not really many of them there left. Evatalirium, again, consulting, we know that. Razlair the Bright, yes, again, I said that. Venom, yes, true. Last online location, Military Academy, or that's Venom. Okay, well, they are not very up to date with that then. Location, Starport, Scrapyard, Airborne. Well, Airborne, yes, no longer at the Starport Scrapyard. Anyway, moving on. Imperial Dossier, subject Alnilam Iter. Ties to Imperial inventor Lorian O'Neill confirmed. He was, I suppose, an inventor. I don't think he ever did much for the Imperial... for the Empire. Sorry, served as direct advisor to the Xanador Empire during his closing of the No. Additional intel confirms that Lorian and Alnilam's partnership extended well beyond academic collaboration. They shared residence, presenting themselves publicly as business partners. Yes, that is true. However, direct advisor to the Xanador Empire during the closing years of the war. That's highly improbable. I don't remember that, and I don't think Lorian would have been able to hide that from me. Anyway, the two are routinely flagged for extremism in their arcane practices, particularly the habit of excavated forbidden ruins and treating sacred sites as if they were personal libraries. Not personal libraries, just simply interesting places to explore. And, to be perfectly honest, we caused absolutely no damage. We were in or out. I don't even know how they know we were there. Entered Minera under false compliance. He deliberately avoided registering his arcane discipline despite being fully briefed on regional restrictions. I don't think that's true. He knew exactly what he was hiding. Chronology. Time manipulative craft remains strictly outlawed across Avasha, and doubly so in Minera. Outlawed, discouraged. I really don't think they were clear. The pattern here is old and familiar. Shared ideology, shared heresies, and mutual appetite for the kind of power that gets people erased from census records. Lorian was the architect, Alnilam was the operative. Neither ever worked alone. Oh, they're suggesting that I'm a spy still working with Lorian. Well, to be perfectly honest, that just makes me sad. Because I haven't seen Lorian in quite a long time, and haven't spoken to him in a long time either. Likely won't. Yep, now I'm just sad. Most of that was false. and the rest was kind of accurate.
Caché.
I don't even look at mine. I look at Haytrix.
Interesting. Okay.
Do you believe it?
Do I believe my friends were hiding something from me? Like they have since the beginning?
Do you believe him?
He asked me to join him.
Of course he did.
No, I don't believe him.
And I don't need to look at that paper.
Have you read Tarlin's?
Do I need to?
I don't know if that all really happened to him. Would someone
Maybe
like
we should ask him.
If I was being honest, I don't think I want to show this to him. If any of it is true, as Al just pointed out, some is true, some is false. Gizmo, some is true, some is false. Do we really want him to read that? To be reminded of that? Shall I read Tarlin's? Just so.
Hmm.
Forename, Tarlin, surname de Valere, alias Golden Reaver, place of birth, Sinborough of Asha Isles, heritage half-drow, rank ex-lieutenant, background special forces, guerrilla warfare, extremist, current status, candidate. Known affiliation, Vashilirium, leadership, Eliona, Enya is circled, Caché, San Visage, location unknown. Military dossier. Subject Tarlin de Valere. Restricted personnel archive. Maniran command review only. Subject entered military custody in 528 FA. Surrendered by guardians under Article 14.6. Designed typically. Wait. Why am I reading this when I have dyslexia and I chose the worst font? Design typically reserved for individuals deemed unfit for civilian integration. Initial assessments were recommended. Immediate placement into corrective conditioning. You think I didn't write this myself?
Do you want me to read it, Amber?
Please, thank you.
Okay, great.
I'm getting stressed.
Training cycle record. For 6 months contain 18 formal disciplinary write-ups, each escalating in severity. Infractions range from refusal to comply with regulated emotional suppression drills to physical altercations with training staff. Notes repeatedly describe the subject as reactive, volatile, and prone to inappropriate displays of conscience. Following these incidents, subject was removed from all peer contact and placed under isolated instruction directly supervised by High Command. The arrangement was necessary to ensure correction. Despite continued instability, subject passed probationary evaluation barely. He was transferred sequentially to 5 colonels over a 3-month period. Each reassignment cites failure to integrate, unreliable obedience, or unacceptable hesitation during lethal command simulations. Operational assignment. Winter 529 FA, subject assigned to Air Colonel Caché as a final attempt at retention. He remained under her command for 5 years, during which behavioral compliance fluctuated but never reached baseline expectations. Caché's personal notes, heavily redacted, imply she found the subject salvageable. No other officer agreed. Incident report. Sol du Polaire. Autumn 534 FA. Subject declared missing in action following total loss of vessel Sol du Polaire. Deemed likely deceased. Internal inquiry sealed. Recovered intelligence Manera Spring 536 FA. 2 years post-incident, Manera intelligence recovered evidence confirming subject survived the de Polaire fall and was taken prisoner. Interrogation intercepts indicate subject provided an actionable intelligence to enemy forces regarding crew locations and mission parameters. Motivation appears to center on the promise of medical intervention for catastrophic limb loss. Left arm severed at shoulder joint. Records indicate subject bargained for treatment in exchange for cooperation. The file notes he did not resist. Following medical stabilization and determination that the subject held no further strategic value, enemy authorities released him. Empire Command's evaluation concluded he posed no significant threat, psychological or operational, and declined retrieval. Final entry: subject remains at large. It's a difficult one. Just to read those.
Haytrix. After reading that, does that strike you as Tardan? Have you ever seen Tardan give up? Ever?
He had failed to integrate. The man is nothing but his character, his charisma, his pride.
The top half of it, I think, is true. How many problems he caused, because he did. But the last part, no. I don't know what the Empire did to him.
I just so you know, I wrote very salvageable.
I'm sure you wrote very salvageable on all of our reports.
About the brightest star in my ship, I wrote different things. Looking at Haytrix.
I didn't believe him. These dossiers, I know, were just there to scare me or try to turn me against you all, but you have to admit, since we've been back together, you haven't told me everything. Bits and pieces, when I needed to know. But he was right about that.
We're trying to protect one another, I think. Selfishly. I think we were also trying to protect ourselves.
It's also kind of hard to keep track of everything that's happened.
Everything does happen so fast.
I mean, first things first, we all met on a ship. Someone gets murdered. We catch the person, they jump off the ship. Turns out that person was Enya. It just kind of kept going from there.
So what I'm hearing is that it's all Enya's fault.
That's what we thought for a long time, yes.
That I can...
Leave an update on that.
What? What do you mean? Did you kill her in the ball? You didn't leave me anything.
So, Haytrix, you know how Gizmo's forgiving nature has kind of spread amongst the group.
No, Gizmo.
Look, I know how you feel about it. I was on board as well, but we have to be better than that. We have to be better than what the General does and what the Fox did, and we can't fall down to their standards. Otherwise, we're no better. I know. Look, if it was anyone else, but it was her. I understand. But I do think that she can be very useful.
I also don't think
While
that she's
still being a
actually
bitch.
murdered anyone. Sorry, I don't think she's murdered anyone that we actually like. So
Yeah. That brief moment of seeing Haytrix slightly smile, slightly joke, that personality coming through, kind of fades again. Sorry, it's just tiring. The last thing, I think I said he asked me to join him and I refused. Of course I refused. But he gave me this. And she slides a sending stone across the table.
Ah, what a dick.
Oh. He wants to talk to us then.
I say we fart in it.
Could you imagine? Hello, General.
Yeah.
Or just every time he tries to speak, you just speak over.
Oh, what's that? Oh, you're not coming through. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, keep going.
Can you speak louder?
Oh, no.
I'm gonna
No.
quickly
Bad
articulate
line.
a fart machine together that works off one of those remotes.
Yes.
Oh
Okay.
my god, I'm so
Character,
funny. I was not
character.
expecting that at all. Fucking hell.
we could just tell him that God shouldn't need one of these devices to speak.
I think you might have got him with the God line already, though. Do you have any other material?
It really pisses him off.
Thank you, Gizmo.
He has an ego.
I know, but just even maybe like, I'm just saying snazz it up a bit, you know, just reframe it, you know, like, you know, I don't know,
I'd see you're still using some Stone Age technology.
yes, you mortal user, I'm really bad at insults, so I don't know.
Have you heard my fart?
I think that was a winner. I'm not going to say anything else.
I will say, Caché, is anybody touching the stone? Is anybody looking at the stone? The stone that she put on the
I'm looking at it. I haven't touched it yet.
I'm looking at it real hard, but I'm not touching it.
Looking at it, you see a symbol on this sending stone, and you realize that it is actually quite different than the ones that Haytrix usually has on her person at all times, all of them. This appears to be made out of like a red jasper, almost, that kind of crystal. And it has the symbol of the conqueror, Rundal, on it. The god of war.
God of what?
God of war.
War. Gaul.
God of war.
Gaul.
The symbol itself, what you can see, is actually what appears to be an 8-legged fire horse.
Unwieldy.
Hmm?
It's unwieldy.
Like Slipnir.
Yeah. So.
Do I know anything about Gaul?
Rundal.
Rundal, sorry.
Rundal.
Rundal.
Rundall.
Rundal.
Yeah, I'd say all three of you have heard tales of Rundal. Go ahead and roll me a history check. Why not? Especially you, Gizmo, because you're from the Feywild.
Is it religion?
I'm just going to say no.
Yes, religion, actually, yes, thank you. I keep forgetting that there's religion.
I got a 2, so...
17.
Okay, 17.
Got a natural 1.
Oh. You know what we haven't had in a while?
What?
Secrets. Go on there, Gizmo.
Oh no.
Ooh. What have I done?
I'm bringing the music.
What have I done? I've somehow invite to voice. What? Oh no, okay. I've gotten out of that.
Invite to
good.
voice.
There you go.
Okay.
Have my attention.
Rundal. Out of all the deities that you were kind of hoping to, the general might be connected to, Rundal was probably not really one of them. Rundal is born of the sun and the moon. He was supposedly meant to conquer the old world, burn away corruption and make space for peace. But that's not really how it turned out, in fact. The Red Knight, as he was called, many times during the Age of Upheaval, it painted his followers as blood-soaked warriors who claimed land in his name, swinging blades they swore carried his divine justice. Some say Rundal himself mixed sunfire and moonlight to set the world ablaze. These days, open worship of Rundal isn't really welcomed. It's kind of frowned upon because civilized folk, they don't need to deal with his creed anymore. They've rooted out the druids. They've gotten rid of the old ways. They're civilized now. They don't need something like him anymore. He's old news, in a way.
Perfect.
So, I will leave that to you to have fun with.
Let's go.
No.
Rundal.
Yes.
Born of the moon and sun, he was. I think previously known as the Red Knight. Not really welcome for worship these days. Is kind of seen as like an older, almost paganistic god.
Oh.
Sort of a time gone by of when out and out conquest was par for the course. Historical figure, and certainly not one that is much welcome for worship among civilized folk.
Well, there goes your theory, Caché. Not an invader.
Very true.
No. Rundal was
More
an
of a-
invader.
He was.
More an old holdout. Interesting.
Son of the sun and moon, so Solander and Lunira.
This makes sense to some of the other things I saw in his dreams. General's dreams.
What'd you see again?
I saw those symbols of the sun. Sure. I'm not sure if I saw any moon symbols. No,
Not that
just
time.
no.
Okay.
And I was actually saying where you two were gone, I had a quick read over Caché's thing, and it's literally just oh no, she's a problem, so we're going to call the female crazy. That's literally what that entire thing is.
That's why we invented the word hysteria.
Kind of hoping you would have read it, but go on.
Oh, like absolutely, but Caché wouldn't. In that situation, she knows what they're going to say about her. She won't give him that power.
Interesting. Okay. Should I just delete it then? I'll just delete it from.
Why
Well,
would you
I'm not.
do it?
I'm not.
You were there
I'm not
for
deleting
posterity.
it. As in, like, I'm not burning the paper. Someone can always have it and look
Yeah.
over it if they want.
That's still on the ship.
Okay.
Caché just doesn't think it's relevant.
This is perfect fake incriminating evidence. If we
Yeah.
ever need to, fake our own death for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So Caché absolutely full out does not look at her dossier. It is left
No.
closed. Okay. Good to know. At this point, with the sending stone set in center of the table, Haytrix does kind of lean back a little bit as what transpired after the meeting with the general is something that all of you, well, Al saw through Humphrey. She doesn't seem to talk anymore about it.
Well, does anyone actually feel like talking to him?
We don't know what it'll do. It might be a beacon to our location.
True. Hold on a second. I might even have something for this.
But if we were in,
I will ritual cast Identify.
Okay.
And see if there's any traps or anything wrong about this stone.
Okay. Do you cast it, or are you ritually casting it?
Ritual cast it.
Okay, so 10 minutes pass
Ritual
or so. Humphrey even tries to help a little bit.
Yeah.
Nope, just a sending stone. Nothing else to it.
I don't think there's any traps anyway. Nothing seemingly untoward.
As much as it pains me just to admit it, we're better off using it. Whatever information we can get is always going to be beneficial. We just have to be careful not to give too much away.
very true. Bastard knows it's the most strategic thing to do, and that we won't not use it.
I bet he's waiting on it.
Sitting on it like an egg.
What if I were to just chuck it, just take it and just throw it off the side, just say fuck it?
It'd be satisfying. I'm sure, to be honest, he probably wouldn't expect it.
I think it wouldn't matter to him either way. I think he's got both planned out, but it's what's best for us is what we should think of.
Would you assume then this to be essentially the height of gloating? Not strategic, but simply an emotional thing? Or
He's
do
a
you
man
think
of
there's a
hubris.
strategy to it?
I think he thinks there's strategy even in his hubris.
As in, he thinks it's a good strategy to wave his big dick around.
That, and sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong, but waving it around has, by the looks of it, often worked for him.
A show of force often keeps those in line. But it's just different forms of force. I think we should attempt to use it. I think it would be a waste to us not to.
I agree.
I think all of us are strong enough here not to fall for his ploys.
Who's picking it up? Eeny, miny, miny, moe.
Rollies.
As it is.
Is it highest gets it or lowest?
Yeah, choose.
Oh,
Oh,
Highest
jeez.
success.
I've already rolled, so I'm not making a decision.
I haven't rolled yet. Let's go
Okay,
highest.
Okay. Okay, highest? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a 4, so it's not me.
7.
18.
Ooh.
Oh.
Alright, Air Colonel.
All right. Let's talk to this prick. And I grab the stone.
Caché.
Wait, before, can I just,
No,
can I
she's,
do,
she's grabbed it. She's
Alex.
she's grabbed the stone.
I'll use a spell slot. We've got a telepathic bond up.
Oh, okay. You hold the sending stone in your hand. Nothing happens.
I think I actually have to send a message to him.
Art! No raspberries.
So we have to send him a message first.
By the looks of it.
What a dick.
Call him a doodle head. Say he's a terrible excuse for a god. And if he's a god of anything, he's a god of poop.
I say exactly that.
Oh no, don't do that.
No, don't. I'll just simply say, you have our attention. Say what you need to say. Godling.
Caché, you hear, not through the stone, but directly into your mind. I'm glad I have your attention, Caché. And I hope that you get to her before I do.
Firefly, now.
I mean, I could also teleport us.
You have the telepathy band up, so you're like sharing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like put my hands out really quickly, just to stop you. Just remember who we're dealing with. If he's saying that, is a good chance it's exactly where he wants us to go. And that doesn't even mean that we're gonna have an army facing there. It could be just to redirect us. Just we need you know more better than anyone. We need to be tactical.
What if I message my mother to meet me in a more tactical and secluded location?
I think certainly touching base again is not the worst first step. Confirm the veracity.
You hear in your head again. Sit, speak, decide, or leave. It's only the time ticking away.
still in my fucking head.
Put the stone down.
Put the stone down. Do I feel that presence in my head still?
Do you imagine your choices are private? I see all.
We know this is happening in Caché said?
No.
Caché, are you conveying this to us?
She can convey
Are
it.
you, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
popping this through the
Okay.
telepathic bond as I hear it.
Well,
Okay, then I'm going to use my Gem of Seeing to cast True Sight. See if there's anything around us. 120 feet.
Nope.
Damn it.
Can I pick up the stone?
Yep.
Hello, Mr. General. Hello. Sorry, you. Would you mind getting out of my friend's head, please? And also, would you please stop telling our friends or giving them fake documents about our history that is clearly very fake and misleading and really written in poor taste and character.
That's going to make him change his ways, Al.
Ah, look.
I've decided to give up villainy.
You know what, Al? You've changed my mind.
Really?
Please forgive me.
Oh, well, no, but I'm glad I changed your mind.
Al, there is no response.
Oh, fair enough. Look.
What are you all doing?
Well, I suppose, Caché, do you want to reach out to your
No,
mother?
I'm not doing anything what he's in my head.
Yeah, it's a good shout, unfortunately.
So, do we just carry on as we were?
No.
We up the timeline.
Perhaps one of our more demonic friends might have some sort of spell for this. Something that can shield my mind.
Perhaps. We should
Razzler just appears.
probably
I
go
heard
with
my
that.
name. No, I'm just kidding.
Go with that.
What can I help with?
Oh,
It's in my head.
I did make a, and I'm not using currently, a Ring of Mind Shielding.
Ooh.
That sounds awesome.
While wearing this ring, you're immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type. Creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it. You can take a magic action to cause the ring to become imperceptible until you take another magic action to make it perceptible, or until you remove the ring, or until you die. Also
Nice.
fun, if you die while wearing the ring, your soul enters it, unless it already houses a soul. You can remain in the ring or depart from the afterlife. As long as your soul is in the ring, you can telepathically communicate with any creature wearing it. A wearer cannot prevent this telepathic
Oh my
communication.
god, this gives me such a good character idea.
Yes.
That's so cool. Yeah.
But it's a ring where the top of it is like a kind of like an opaque blue gem, but it's been cracked. And then do you know that Japanese method of like filling in the cracks with gold? It's that,
Yes.
and it makes it look like neurons over like a brain mass.
Nice. I will happily take that if you're offering it.
Yeah, take it. And you will
Does it
need
need
to.
attunement?
Yes.
Sorry.
Damn it. Okay, let's
You're
figure
gonna
out what I
have
need to unattune to.
choose.
Okay, welcome to Artificer level 14. 5 attunements.
Well, in that case,
just to
Oof.
add just to add a little extra spice to this situation, Caché. You hear
Oh no.
every choice you hesitate to make echoes beyond your comprehension.
Another
Trying to
great
make me act
line.
rashly.
Exactly, I was just thinking that.
Trying to make me act irrationally.
Exactly the kind of
Worked
line you.
before, not anymore, Godling. Bye bye. Ring popped on.
Okay.
Well, this is disconcerting. It's annoying when your plan A is apparently exactly what your villain A wants you to do.
But as much as he claims he knows, he doesn't know. He can't know all of my mother's escape routes and places where she could lay low.
You know, in all honesty, I think that it's not an error or a mistake that we became aware of looking in her direction, and the very fact that he is reinforcing this idea that that's exactly where we need to look means he is absolutely making moves somewhere else. The problem is that we don't know where that is or what that is. He wants our attention divided. I think he knows that out of all the Bashadirian forces, we're probably the one that's given him the most trouble to contend with.
Don't let Tarlin let you hear that.
Look, I'm speaking facts.
Maybe he has his sights set on the Bachelarium base. It's possible if we take too long.
Can you teleport Firefly as well?
No, I can only teleport people.
Can you do it more than once a day?
Nope, only once a day.
Then we
So
have
once-
to take the Firefly.
How far out are we via Firefly?
One moment. I think I should. The vineyard is. Yeah, so the vineyard's about 30 miles away, 48 kilometers or so. So from Ostra, I'd say you're damn near Ostra.
So if we landed Astra and take the Sun Whisperer, how long would that take?
Ooh, if you wanted to take the Sun Whisper. Ooh. Oh, that took me-
Is that what you were suggesting, Caché?
Oh, we're taking the
Well,
Firefly.
Oh no, the Firefly.
Oh, the Firefly.
Firefly.
Sorry, the Firefly.
If you took the Firefly, then you would be there 45 minutes,
Okay.
30 if you punched it.
It's probably certainly best to go there via Firefly, and were it the case that we need to be called back instantaneously, that we might have the opportunity to teleport back. I think
Teleport away.
haste back is actually more important than haste going there. It's highly unlikely that they would be ahead of us, so we should have the luxury of, or the advantage of time here.
Depends where his forces placed, but
True, but I suppose a quantity of forces to be able to deal with someone like your mother.
that's if they can find her. Let me just send her a message.
Are you sure? You're confident with the ring on your finger?
Now you made me question myself.
I'm just reminding you why you hesitated in the first place.
It is also a spell that you might need when we get there.
If we're only 45 minutes out, I think we're actually probably better getting eyes on first, and deciding how to utilize what we have. I don't think right now a message will gather us much more information. What do you think?
Then I agree with that assessment. Let's
Well,
get
then
going.
we better get moving. Time's a wasting.
Haytrix, I'm assuming you're going to stay here and rest.
I think that's best as well. We can't go
You
in the
need to recuperate.
Firefly. You need an extra seat. As much as I would
Mm.
like to go with you, I think rest is needed.
You need to
It's
recuperate.
true.
We got this.
I give Haytrix a hug, and then I hand her my hip flask.
She hugs
I
you
think
back.
you need it more than I do.
Yeah, I think so too. Artrin will be kind of hovering close by, keeping an eye on both Port and Haytrix as well. And yeah, they seem to kind of settle in for just taking a moment to breathe. In that, if you are heading up to the Firefly, I'm assuming you'll probably tell Tarlin. We don't have to fully play that out. You can just tell me kind of what you tell him.
Yeah, I go to just tell Tarlin and Lyrax if I can, go and get my mother. I will be back as soon as humanly possible. Or
Okay.
drowily possible.
We will. That's all right. We'll dock at Ostra for now. All right, and you can come meet us there. I'd say if you need anything, let us know. But I won't get to you in time. So be careful.
Always.
I'll look after your ship. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Okay. So I'd say there we have kitties to feed. So we'll let the kitties be fed, and we'll pick back up in a few minutes. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, nothing at all.
Sounds good. I'm going to get water, and that's all.
Me too.
That's all we're doing.
He doesn't realize what he's doing.
And what is he doing?
He's creating his own downfall.
He's creating his
That
own
is-
downfall. Interesting.
Yeah. The more he pushes,
What?
the worse it will get for him at the end.
Mm. That's what I think he's betting on.
Why did I say that?
Cause the general is a different, like, he's a different kind of villainy, and like the Fox got their joy from like destruction for destruction's sake, chaos for chaos sake, like watching people flounder in confusion. But the general, I think, gets his like sort of kicks from like manipulation, and manipulation isn't always going to be coaxing or even like threatening. Like sometimes it's just saying the right thing, knowing based off someone's previous experiences and actions what they will do, and then being able to just plan accordingly for that. And it feels more like that sort of like it to me, it makes no sense whatsoever for the general to say anything about your mother. Anything at all. Because if he's actually planning to go after her, then like there's no point in him in saying that. And if he's not planning to go after her, why would he mention it? So like it's a case of he wants us to do what he wants. And it's very, and he's doing a lot of he's touching things very personally, because he knows that if he makes us like, if we act in a very emotional way, that is going to be the hubris that brings us down, and that's probably how he takes down most opponents. That's my interpretation of him, anyway.
I think it's a good assessment of him.
Yeah.
I also think there's an element of him that's like that it's worked for so long that's kind of at some point where we can exploit him with, you know.
Yeah, like I would say it's almost less hubris and more complacency. Maybe like it's a form of hubris, I suppose. It's with a different phrasing.
I think hubris makes him more mad though, so I'm going to use that word.
Yeah, no, as in like I mean, I think miscategorizing him is certainly like an effective tactic. Like
yeah.
Joe, do you remember that? Like, this is like really above the table stuff. Do you remember the episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine where they like get the guy to admit the crime because like he just
Yes.
The trio. Oh damn.
Yeah,
oh,
like the worst.
Damn.
The worst thing you could do to the general is make it out that like all these things are happening are like pure good luck and just down to like good timing. Like he would hate it if we like as soon as you start responding to him, he's like, you know, that's what he thrives off of.
Agreed on that one, actually. Yeah.
So we have to just be careful. Like as soon as he said like, "Oh, you should go rescue your mom," like that was the one thing that we go, maybe we should do something else. You know, but I still like at the end of the day, I still do think that's what we should do because we're here now. It's achievable. There's strategic benefit to it, but I think it's just being aware that like we're making a choice. And it's probably the same choice that he wants us to make.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, right, we were going to make that choice anyway, which is the reason I think we should continue to do that.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm not saying we should change that, but I'm just saying we should be aware of that fact of him. Like, you were... Like, and I totally understand, like, why Caché did this, but Caché was eventually like, you've threatened my mom, I'm going to get in the ship and go. Like, it kind of... That's... I feel like that's where Gizmo kind of needs to step up and go, like, remember, like, one of your strengths is you have a sound tactical mind, militarily, so utilize that, not your emotions, because that's your strength. Like, I can't do it. I don't have the military strategy, but I have intelligence enough to see that you do when you're equipped to.
And and I suppose like that is one of Caché. Like her greatest strength is her military mind, but her greatest weakness is her where she can get emotionally if pushed.
Yeah, yeah. If anything, that's almost a little bit of character growth from Gizmo to like immediately recognize, like, no, Caché, I've seen this before. Wait a second. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying, just hold on a minute.
Not yet.
Yeah, it's not no. It's just not yet.
I'm very much enjoying these assessments. Very much so. We're finally.
Yeah, I feel like
into
we should do a Brennan Lee Mulligan style kind of like talk down, sit and talk about characters and the ethos of evil.
Oh, I would love that. I would absolutely, especially Barrelin. He's living in my head a lot. That's one of the reasons why I want to take a week off, because I really just needed time. Like I've known him. He's been such a huge influence in the story since the very beginning, but I don't think I really dived into his psyche. Because I knew that, it would take this long, to get to him, and I needed a bit of time, because I have had to put, this is going to sound so weird, but if we're still recording, DMs out there, when you are dealing with entities and NPCs like this, that are very psychological, you have to make sure that you, put up parameters for yourself as a person, because I knew I could easily take a lot on and then, beat myself up afterward, because I'm hurting you guys, or I'm, emotionally manipulating. Now, that's different than, the trauma that storytelling-wise, really getting into this man's mindset has been hard and really enlightening. So I'm happy that I kind of took that break. But it's I think it's interesting to look at it from a DM's perspective, and I'm really trying to get into that headspace, which I do with a lot of people. Razlair's so easy though. You mention his name and I just immediately go, yes. I don't know why he's easy. The Fox was pretty easy as well. I don't know, that General's just taken a bit of time to get into, so it's interesting. I think he's the most polar opposite to me.
That's probably I mean, even as what did I saw a video again of Brennan Mulligan in an interview. He had a really good phrase of it, any character you play is just looking at yourself through a stained glass window. It is impossible. It is not possible to remove yourself completely from the character as an entity. That's just It's not. You can't do it. But what you can do is you can color in different parts and different shades and in different ways. That you can give yourself this translucent character. Good characters are translucent in that way, where it's you can. There's reality behind it and it comes through in it, but it's all through the lens of very fictional elements. But at the heart of it, the storytelling elements, they still kind of exist behind, because we all exist as real people who have experienced real things in different forms and matters and things like that. But yeah, it was just a really interesting kind of sort of I thought phrasing of the idea of a character, and then as a DM, it is sort of your I was the same, in the same regard of there is a responsibility to take on as many and adopt as many viewpoints as possible, so that you can give your players the most varied. It's not this one. You don't no one actually wants to play against the villain of the week week after week after week. I mean, some people do, but that's an agreed upon thing of we like combat, we like treasure hunting, blah blah blah. But if you're into the story element, you need villains that are believable, B, you can kind of see where they're coming from. Some of the time, some driven by desperation, where it's kind of I wouldn't choose this, but I do actually see why you chose this, because you have very limited options. There's lots of reasons to drive that sort of decision making, and eventually you have to step into the shoes of someone where it's nothing about how this person's sequential decision making to how they got to where they are would at all overlap with my own. How far back do I have to go in myself and flip the switch from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1 to get to that person?
Everything you're saying is so true. I have had to go to a very, very dark place to get to him.
I thought personally, like I haven't had as much of a deep, I think, as a connection with the characters like that. I think I've gone deep, but not that deep. But I've always found that like where you help me, like, and I think you even do it someone as well. Like, I'm very like obviously I gesticulate when I'm talking. I tend to try and like attach a movement or an expression to a character. Where it's like if I'm like doing a CD character, I might like have my hand like this, and then suddenly it's like the hand motion is what like zaps me into the moment, and I can sit back into that. And as soon as I'm doing that, I remember where I am. That's kind of like what I used to do.
Love that. Yeah, no, those are kind of the things that I was working on over the last little while. Is just kind of mannerisms, ways of speaking, cadence, all those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really interesting when I was a newer DM. There's a NPC that still to this day haunts me, and I don't think I've actually ever told any of you about how much this person affected me, and then like afterward how much like I had to just like I was completely just left raw after playing her, and it was so crazy. It was Viserys, so it was the gal at the ball that you all kidnapped and then tortured. I got so far into her personality and everything that she was doing to you all that afterward I just cried. I was so emotional especially after doing everything to Maraud and like then everything to Davil. It was fucking crazy, and like in the moment I was just like, I am her, and I felt gross afterward. I felt like I was sick at myself, and I feel like that's how I'm gonna be with Kagranak, but I feel really good that I've kind of like I've built in barriers now for myself, so I don't go that far, or like I go that far but I can remove myself from that person again now instead of sit as Viserys.
Well, like you always have to go a bit too far to know where your limits are.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Viserys was one of my limits. Loved playing her, but horrible afterward. I needed everyone to just give me a hug after that game. That was awful. Oh, so sad we weren't recording back then. Those are some great episodes.
I think it would have been hard to really go ham as Davil if I knew I was being recorded.
Yeah, you went hard.
That's fair.
That was that was a No, Saltmarsh is
feel
just
like
for us.
Our Saltmarsh is just like therapy for Seb. It's his equivalent of going into one of those anger rooms.
Second room, yeah, exactly.
It is, yeah. Yeah, no, not to say this, but I guess we are still recording. Audience listeners, you will never know Saltmarsh. Sorry, that's just for us. That's our cathartic game. Anyway.
Yeah, it's like because that one is so lighthearted.
Yeah. Some of the characters are.
The characters are lighthearted. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Maraud as a captain is just chef's kiss. So good. He's no idea what he's doing.
Yeah, it's great. I same as myself. Like I kind of like sort of looked up things about a boat, but just barely.
Yeah.
So I'd have like I'd have some knowledge. Like I'd be kind of like, I think this is a keel. I'm not sure. Like.
Perfect. Okay, shall we jump back in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So. You are flying. You have chatted to Tarlin. He's gonna basically help bring both of the ships to Ostra to port, and you all take off in the Firefly.
Would we have gotten a short rest in that time? Sorry.
I'd say so. Yeah. And just so you are all aware, your particular Firefly is very much built for speed, but it only has about 2 hours of run time.
That's okay. That's an hour more than we need, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just making sure you know. Yeah. So you are flying. Caché, go ahead and give me a piloting check, just because.
what we said piloting check was its dex, isn't it?
It's it is your. Hang on. I had it here. Why do I have everything? Piloting. Here we go. Yeah, it's your dex, and it's the ship's dex, I believe. So your ship is +2.
All right, so 16 plus 7.
Oh, sorry. It's your proficiency. That's what it is. Sorry. So it's your proficiency plus the dex of the ship.
Okay, so 6, the same thing then.
So D20 +2 plus your
16,
proficiency.
16 plus 7.
Cool. You're grand.
20 something.
Flying away. I think the Firefly has a maximum of 5,000 feet, which is about a mile up. You did put in, I think you installed panels
Pipeline.
so that you can go up a little bit higher.
Yeah, we did install those. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I'm assuming you're going up to the height you can, and that'll be about the 45 minutes to get out to the vineyard. Yeah. Anything you talk about? Anything you do while you're on your way? Prepare. Get your short rest.
Yeah, go into a bit of a trance and recover some spell slots.
Okay. Do so.
Is there anything more we should know going into this cache? Anything at all you can think pertinent?
I think I've said everything relevant anyway. I just hope you're right and that he's just trying to divert us.
I think so. But let's make sure.
So the kind of trajectory that you take, Caché, heading back home to the vineyard, would you like to tell them the vineyard's name? Because
Where
I can't say
did
it.
I write that?
Maybe Seb can say it.
I also can't say it. I just got it because it was French.
La Vine Sunlat, I think.
Yeah, pop it into chat so our resident French speaker can say it.
Why can't I get to chat?
Voyons voir. Où ça?
La Vigne Sanglante.
Sanglante.
Mm-hmm.
The Bloody Vine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is it.
Yes, indeed.
So in order for you to kind of head this way, you have to fly along the lake's edge. Ostra is the town itself is located at the base of the mountains, and then there's this massive lake before it, so you kind of have to follow that. You watch as your two ships head towards the town, but you're heading off. I believe it is if you're following the river, let me look at my map, you're going southwest. You're going southwest, kind of following the river into the valleys. So the mountains are behind you. These big, massive, sheer, snow-covered mountains are all behind you as you're kind of dipping lower into the valley lands. Gizmo, Al, you watch as the world just rushes past you. It's kind of weirdly relaxing and nice to see a different part of the Isle. It's quite beautiful here. There is hardly signs of being touched by war all the way out here. Evergreen forests, luscious, deep, full of wildlife, And as Caché kind of veers the Firefly more east now, you can kind of see the mountains disappearing into the clouds, and you're going deeper and deeper into the valleys.
It's gorgeous.
It is.
What we fought for.
So, did the war just not come here? Are there no strategic outposts?
It was economically important in this area, so they tended to leave it for to feed either side who won.
A breadbasket.
Fair.
Absolutely. So are we coming up to it then, or
Yeah,
we're
I'd say you're
how
about,
far
you're
over?
about, you're about 10 minutes away. You actually kind of glance down. You're starting your descent now, Caché. Kind of getting closer and closer to the land, and you see a little village actually that you used to visit. It's about 10-15 minute walk from your family home, and you remember there's a you wonder if Alma's still there. There's this like old kind of painter who you didn't quite know if she was all there, but always used to have the most beautiful paintings, and she would talk to you like she was just meeting you for the first time over and over again. Lovely woman. Yeah. And that's where you get like fresh produce if you need it. It's a nice little spot. And as that's happening, Gizmo,
Aye.
you notice there's just a slight fluctuation in some of your readings in your suit.
Okay.
Oh,
What kind of fluctuations?
Just warnings.
Oh no, generic warnings the worst.
Whoop, whoop. And before you can even say anything, all of you are it's like something slams into the back of your Firefly. The whole ship tips downward, and Caché, with your piloting check, you're able to just kind of like right it again, but the force of whatever just hit you has completely knocked you off course. And Al and Gizmo, as you kind of look around trying to figure out what's going on, Caché, you're pulling at the ship to keep it upright. The two of you see a almost rooster-like face of a large, winged, draconic creature almost, as it sits on the back of the Firefly and roars at all of you. I need you to roll initiative.
Okay.
Ah!
Well,
We're being attacked by a dragon rooster.
actually,
Oh my
I
God.
learned not to hit birds.
I didn't. It hit me.
I'm rolling terribly.
Caché, I need you, since you were the pilot, I need you to take down that your ship has 95 hit points. It
Not a
is
lot.
Ration ship. Your AC is 14 also. Your ship is.
Ah, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Rooster, why can't you?
You-
There you
Please,
go.
please. Can I ask one question?
Of course.
Are these native? Should I have been expecting these?
That would have been funny.
Yeah.
No, Caché, as you reel around trying to see what Gizmo and Al see, you are befuddled at what the fuck is on the back of the ship. You've never seen this before.
Yay!
If you, I think I have. I think it's there. View art. No. There we go. That is what you all see.
Ew.
A chicken dragon.
Yeah. It's weird. It's got a spike on its tail. Like a man-made spike. Put that there.
Okay, initiatives. Al.
I think I got like, hold on. 11.
Okay. Caché.
14.
Okay. Gizmo. Go on.
8.
Oh.
Back to
Ah.
single figures, baby.
Caché rolled the highest. Well, no, actually, the basketball stick. But anyway, perfect. So, top of the round, I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Why?
Because as this thing looks at you, dread shivers through all of you.
Am I not immune to
21.
dread?
Not really dread, but
14.
14.
Is
okay.
this a charm?
No.
I'm gonna use a chronal shift.
Okay. Gizmo.
I got 21.
21. Okay.
That's a little bit better. 14.
14. Okay. Caché.
Sorry, I'll roll for my chaos.
Oh yeah, roll.
Also a 14.
Roll for chaos. roll
Oh,
for
I need to roll for
I
chaos.
need to roll for chaos. roll for butterfly effect. Okay.
Is this put me into the frightened condition by any chance?
It is not.
Never mind.
Caché.
What?
Al.
Wait, I just.
Go ahead.
What did Al get with his reroll?
14.
14.
Ah, shit, you both got 14.
Both got 14.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah. Dang. I would like to flash of genius.
Okay.
One of you.
Who are you gonna pick?
I think. Oh fuck. Who was? I think right now with a big chicken thing in like this close proximity, I think I'm going to give it to Caché.
Okay.
Cool.
So it's a
Just because I
plus
think she
5?
can do damage. Yeah,
Okay.
plus 5.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
I don't know
Thank
if that was the right decision, but
So Al
Yes.
is the only one who fails. And Al,
sorry.
you feel yourself become strangely rigid,
Oh no.
and you are restrained as you slowly begin to turn to stone.
Son of a bitch.
God damn it.
This thing is now going to take its attacks.
Fuck off.
It is. Let's see, Caché, you're in range. So yeah, it's going to take a beak attack at you. Oh, sorry.
That's what you call that.
I do apologize for the brutal dive, which he did at the very beginning. I forgot to tell you. Your ship takes 18 points of slashing damage.
Mm.
25 to hit. Caché?
We're doing maths.
That's okay. Oh god, the music's freaking out.
Yeah, no, that'll hit.
So I was just trying to figure out why the music was freaking out.
It's all good now.
Okay. 15 points of piercing damage, please. And yeah, it's just kind of like latched onto the back of the the back of the firefly at the moment. That is its go. Whoa, good God. Oh God, Discord is completely crashed. One moment, listeners, as I try to figure out what's going on. Discord is like completely gone. Oh no. Okay, hang on.